Google AI is here. Actually, it's been here for a really long time. Like everything Google is more or less AI powered. Your search results have been AI powered forever. And I mean, the whole freak out we're having over AI, y'all, is at a minimum just very late. But whatever. Now, Search Generative Experience is here, is new, and it's so much fun to play with. I'm just going to dive in, okay? So go to Search Labs. You can opt in yourself. Google SGE, Search Generative Experience. It's Google's AI-injected search experience. Let's try an example, shall we? Bam! How long does it take to learn a new language? So you'll notice standard kind of UI, more or less. You have your search bar at the top, which you're used to, your filters, which you're used to. But Google has injected this colored background, the generative AI. And the colored background, you'll notice, gets priority placement. This is huge. It's huge. Y'all, Microsoft didn't do this. Let me show you Microsoft real quick. So here's Bing, and let's actually ask it the same question. Oh, this is going to turn into a comparison video. This was unplanned, y'all. So how long does it take to learn a new language? Microsoft, how long does it take to learn a new language? Microsoft Search is just Microsoft Search. And here we are with Microsoft. Now, they have this chat snippet over here on the right-hand side, but their primary real estate remains unencumbered. And I also wonder what happens here on mobile. I'm not going to check. If I wanted to engage with Microsoft Chat, then I could. And now I've triggered Microsoft Chat, and bam, here we go. And you'll notice a couple of things about Microsoft's Chat. Number one is their citations are in line. I really appreciate that they did this, by the way. I was curious as to how this was going to get pulled off, and I think that this was a pretty elegant solution. So here's Microsoft's Chat, but not fully integrated into search, really. And then here's Google's, which basically usurps search. Usurper. And I've gotten different results based off of what I've searched. So this is a paragraph of text. And incidentally, note that Google's citations are over here. And Google even offers you context as to where this information came from specifically. You're never too old to learn a language. Came from both Wonderopolis and United Language Group. It's interesting that they would need two sources for that. But I like that they're doing that too. And I think I like Google's citations better because it's giving me more context as to what generated what result. And the fact that they're offering these citations, it eases my concerns about the stolen clicks a little bit. One of my points when I was first thinking about AI-generated searches, we're decentivizing the creation of unique quality content. So we're going to have, content atrophy over time, which is still going to happen, by the way. Like, this isn't anywhere near as good as just being this person, right? And you'll also notice, let's actually take a look. So JumpSpeak, Wonderopolis, who else? How to Get Fluent, Study and Go Abroad, Better Humans, okay? United Language Group. Study and Go Abroad, so they're one of them. So Study and Go Abroad has one citation where they used to have the snippet. So I'd say they lose there pretty significantly because I'd much, much, much rather have this snippet. The Linguist. Was the Linguist featured at all? No. So the Linguist is the first organic result, y'all, and actually didn't get pulled in by the AI. That is interesting. The very first organic result ostensibly is the most relevant result for this query. And yet none of the content used was pulled into the AI response, which means the AI's algorithm or method of determination for relevance must be different than the search algorithm, which also contradicts something that I said. I said they would be the same. So you can tell right out of the gate that I'm stupid. You shouldn't listen to anything I say ever. The Linguist. Let me just double check. Is that true? JumpSpeak? Wonder, United, Study. Oh no, I didn't mean to click. I didn't mean, see? Oh, look what happened. What a good example that is too. That's going to happen. Wow. Okay. That's amazing find number one. LanguageTesting.com, also not shown. Go Abroad. That one we did have. So we've got one. Did we have? Study and Go Abroad. Study and Go Abroad is different than Go Abroad. Dude. JumpSpeak. Okay, so the very first So I'm not going to count the snippet. This is position 0, position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first cited site is number 5 in the organic results. I think that is amazing. And it means that if you're number 1 organically, you can't bank on being number 1 in the generative AI. And then now the question becomes, and this is a whole can of worms, how did the AI determine what to draw from? If it's not based off of Google's standard search algorithm, and it's not, clearly, as evidenced by this one search that I've done, a sample size of 1, what is it based on? That's going to be a whole new discipline, y'all. It's a whole new study, how to make sure I show up in the AI results. And then the question becomes, how valuable is that? It's not as valuable as SEO. Being position number 1 is way better than being cited in the AI results because, again, I have the answer here. I don't really need to go to the results. So let's continue to play that game. Ask a follow-up. How many hours a day? What's the fastest language you can learn? Can you learn 3 languages at once? That one feels stupid. I'm going to say, what's the fastest language you can learn? And then it brings me to the chat experience. And then... So now you'll notice there's a change in, I don't want to say UI, but formatting, right? So I got paragraphs of text here, and then I got bullet pointed text. And incidentally, the content's good. How long does it take to learn a new language? It takes between 422 hours of study. That's a real answer. It can take anywhere between 3 months to 2 years to learn how to speak, write, and read. And then, at this point, I'd be like, well, wait a minute. What if I just want to learn to speak? I don't need to be literate. U.S. Foreign Service Institute says, now that's interesting. That means that Google is not citing the source. They're citing someone who's citing someone, which is dangerous. You would assume Google would want source citations. You're never too old, blah, 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 filler bullshit. Okay, now we have bullet points. Here are some of the easiest languages to learn for English speakers. I don't know why there's an accent in that. I just assumed we're going foreign language with it. Hopefully I didn't offend anybody. It was pretty good though, right? Spanish, easy spelling, pronunciation, and grammar. Italian, I like that it actually answers my question, but instead of just Spanish, Italian, Norwegian, it gives me specifics as to why they're the easiest. And then, oh, look at this. And then it continues and gives me search results. Interesting. I bet you this goes away or becomes an accordion. There's no way they keep this inside of the chat experience. This feels like pandering. And then here again are their citations. And then I've got the opportunity to thumbs up or thumbs down the response if I want to. Now the ask a follow-up prompt is gone. It's down here, which again, that's why I think they're going to get rid of these search results. I just don't see these lasting. So what do I want to ask now? I want to say, let's get commercial with it. What's the best online Spanish class for the money? Now, this is where you would think the ads would start to go. Oh, ba-ba-bum. My question for you, if you're Google, where do you put the ads? Where do you put the ads? Now, you can pull a Bing. What Bing has done, by the way, and I've seen them do it a bunch. A bunch is, I'm exaggerating. I've seen it like a dozen times. These links are their citations, but at the top, let me see if I can, best personal injury attorney in Scottsdale. Oops. I just want to see if I can trigger an ad for you real quick. I want y'all to see the way this works. Come on, Bing. Super lawyers. Really? All right. What Bing was doing is in the list at the very top, the first one was an ad. And that's how they were embedding their ads. I could see Google doing something similar to that, the rollovers. But that's not very prominent ad space. So I think what's going to happen is the citations become the ads, number one. If the citations become the ads, does that mean the content needs to be drawn from the citations? Does that mean to be a successful advertiser on Google, you need to have high quality content? Stands to reason, doesn't it? Or do they carve out a whole new section of real estate for the ads? And if they do, how do they make that? How does that operate from a mobile perspective? With mobile, these are going to be, it's basically this frame or this frame. I really like the way they've positioned these citations. But y'all, this is really interesting. I don't know where they're going to put their ads. I don't think Google knows where they're going to put their ads. But here we are, Google ad managers, and we don't know how Google, what is this? Is this a Chrome extension I have? What are you? Oh, Grammarly. Go away, Grammarly. I know grammar good. The problem is Google would have to maintain continuity with their experience. That's what they've been so good at. In search, I got a list of search links. I got a list of ads. They're not going to give me like real content and then just lists of ads. That's banner blindness. That's, Gmail has Gmail. The ads look like mail. YouTube's ad looks like YouTube video. You'd have to maintain continuity with the experience. So I guess the ads go in the citation. This is really interesting, by the way. Duolingo, free app, Babbel, well-priced, Rosetta Stone, best online Spanish course overall. What should a course on Spanish cost? I'm just trying to trigger something, because Google said they're going to be rolling out ads. There we go. Look at this. Look at this different format, too. It's pretty cool. How does the citation look? Okay. This is really, really brilliant. Whoever figured that out. Free courses. Well, see, this should give me a list of the free courses. Paid courses, live classes, group classes. This is also feels irrelevant. So, man, that's really interesting. So if I go back to search, what if I say, now, because it's, SGE is experimental, it's only going to trigger on certain results. I wonder if I say personal injury lawyer Scottsdale. Get an AI powered overview for this search. So first of all, if I click on one of these poor fools, it's $500 a click. I should just do it. But I'm not going to. So we've got Sweet James. Are you kidding me? Who? Dear God. Breyer Law and Torgenson Law. If I just got rear-ended, I don't want to talk to Sweet James. Generate. Holding. Oh my. Now, here we go. There are many personal injury lawyers in Scottsdale, Arizona. Here are some of the top-rated lawyers. And okay, so we're going off of ranking, kind of, right? 45 5-star reviews to 112 5-star reviews. Why is this fool outrank this dude? And this one outranks both of them. It's madness! I don't understand. Is it because they're close? I mean, here's the other thing, too. Where am I? I'm here. And they gave me this guy first, this guy second, this guy third, Knapp fourth. They actually gave me the closest attorney last, so it's not proximity. Oh, look. They actually used Google as its own citation. And then they used, what is urine? They used this website. Oh, wow. Lots of citations. Oh, wow. Citation heavy. Interessante. So, but, y'all, this becomes the ad, right? Right? Like, there's no way. This is the most valuable real estate Google has ever had. They're getting $500 per click, and you want to tell me that they're going to bump that down below the fold, prioritize an organic result, and just forego that monetization? There's no way. There's no way. But an AI-generated result also couldn't turn 4 of these into ads. That's no longer AI. That's just an ad network now, right? So I think that what ends up happening is there's one AI result. And then that click is now, who knows what, $4,000. What percentage do most personal attorneys take? Okay. Of all the attorneys in Scottsdale, which one appears to have won the most cases. I'm just curious as to. You didn't answer my question, fool. Unhelpful. You were unhelpful. And then we're back to organic. Now the ads aren't even showing up. Man, y'all, this one blows me away. Where are the ads going to go? I think it's going to have to be single placement. So I go back, personal injury attorney Scottsdale. What happens if I say, hold on, let's do this, Google Ads Agency. I know all these fools. I'm better than all these fools. Google Ad, now this prompted without me even asking. And here are the ads. Good agencies, all of them. God bless them. And then here are the organic results. And again, what do I pay? I can pay as much as $100 per click, especially for this phrase, Google Ads Agency. And then here's Google foregoing that money? No way. No way. Also, why am I not on this list? What the hell? On average, working with Google Ads agencies costs you $500 and $5,000 per month. Top tier Google Ads agencies can cost over $10,000 per month. Interesting that they would put that. This is so much fun to play with. It's so amazingly frustrating. Because y'all, look at this. Here's the thing. This might be the most important video I shoot this year. Everything about search is going to change. Ad placement is going to change. What we're bidding on is going to change. How many competitors we have, if we have competitors, is going to change. The way that people interface and interact is going to change. And that's the other thing that I want to note too, because I'm just trying to figure out the change in the search experience. We can't treat this as search. This isn't search. This is a conversation. So, you'd come in and say like, multicam setup for podcast. And then it'd be like, generating AI results. Now, with normal search, I would say, now I'm just going to go click on all these links. And what I like to do is I like to open everything in a new tab, and I'm basically done with search, and now I'm on to the results. With this, I'm going to say, well, wait a minute. What are the easiest cameras to set up that are still HD? And so on and so forth. And now it's like, can you, and I wonder if I can treat this like ChatGPT. Can you create a, what would I say? Project plan for building a multicam setup studio. So it's not like it has Google Bard installed. Here's a project plan for building a multicam setup studio. Oh yeah, it sure can. This is my point. So instead of one search, multiple links, go off onto the links, it's one search, catalyze conversation, have multiple conversations with Google, which means the interaction with Google is going to be where people stay. So Google's going to steal browsing time. Not steal, but basically own browsing time. And then the question still is, where are the ads? Y'all, this is really interesting, very exciting. This is going to change literally everything. Literally. I'm not using that word like a millennial, by the way. I mean it literally. This is going to change literally everything. And yeah, I don't think you have to worry. You don't have to be first. Just don't be last. Love to know y'all's thoughts. Where do you think Google puts the ads? When do you think they start rolling them in? Maybe you already know. Maybe you've seen ads. If you've seen ads in Google's SGE, tell me. Google said that they're going to be rolling them out, but I haven't seen them. I want to know. I shoot a video every day. Like, comment, subscribe. Be my friend. Send me money. You don't have to do that. I'm just kidding. I don't have a mechanism for that. But you can hire us. If you wanted a Google Ads agency, you wouldn't have to work with me, I promise. You just think about it. It's up to you. We have time. I want you to know that I am saddened and disgusted by the words that I'm about to speak. You need to go download Microsoft Edge and start playing with Bing Chat. And I mean need is an absolute prerequisite. So you're probably already familiar if you've been playing with ChatGPT. Bing integrated chat into search